Hello, hello. My name is Tyler, and welcome to the Cat Golf Show. Now, today I have a special video for you guys, and that is because I am not only, one, doing the dual camera setup again. Hi there. I am going to be building Legos for you guys, and I figured this would be like a fun, chill video. It's going to be a little bit yappy, obviously, because I'm going to yap while I build this, but I figured it will be a fun change of pace to do something different for a change, you know? So we're going to build Legos and we're going to chat. So come along, guys. Let's go. Alright, so I was at the grocery store the other day, earlier this week, and I saw this Lego City set, and I was like, dude, I haven't built Legos in so long. Let me just... It was $8. Which, I mean, for a set this size, I mean, that feels a little bit high priced, to be honest. But I said, F it, let me buy it, see what it's about. And I was like, you know what? It comes with a cool car that you can actually get, that the minifigure can get into. And it comes with a minifigure too, which I don't know. But I don't know if you guys are Lego fanatics, such as myself. I mean, I used to be a pretty big Lego fan. But it's like my brothers and I, we wouldn't get sets if they didn't have minifigures in them. We were like, it's got to have a minifigure, otherwise we're not getting it. So I was like, yeah, I see the minifigure. He's just like a generic cool guy. Got the Lego hairpiece and stuff, and he's got a cell phone, which is like, he's driving and he has a cell phone. So I don't know if that's a good thing to market to kids. And I apologize if I keep looking up. My camera is up there, and it's also recording, so I just keep occasionally looking at that for whatever reason. Yeah, I saw this and I was like, let me get it, and I got it. So, and I was like, you know what? I immediately thought, you know, I can turn this into content. I am very content brain now. So yeah. So we're gonna build this Lego set together. Let's get into it. How about it? I shouldn't need any tools besides these little grubbers to build this. Obviously, this is giving me some difficulty right out the gate to open. I don't like to tear into my Lego boxes. I like to preserve the boxes, and I actually went over to my parents' house a few weeks ago to collect all the Lego boxes that I had when for my Lego sets that I built when I was a kid. So, okay, this looks like the base of the car, I guess, if you can see that on the camera. I'm actually not sure where this camera is pointed, so hopefully everyone can see this accurately. Let's get one last look at the box here, just in case you guys didn't see it. There it is. This is the back of the box. We got the Lego City logo, and we got the 5+, of course, because I am 5+. Plus. Anyway, okay, so we got our standard... I think it's like 3 bags, maybe 2 bags, 3 bags. 3 bags. We got, I think this is the base of the car, which is interesting. I've never seen that before for a car Lego set. We've got the pieces. We've got this bag, which is interesting. I've never seen this kind of bag either, which is very interesting. I realize I'm not making a lot of eye contact with this camera. I will try to my head's gonna be down, so you're mostly gonna be seeing the top of my head. Hopefully there's nothing embarrassing up there. I've never seen this kind of bag before. And then we've got the final bag. And of course, we've got our instructions manual as well. So this is going to be super fun. I'm excited to build this with you guys. Let me pop open the bags here while I get this situated. I'm just going to leave that off to the side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave that right here. Hopefully everything is in frame. I realize I'm very bad at centering my videos, like myself in frame. By the way, this is slowly slipping. I taped it up with 2 pieces of tape, with 3 pieces of tape technically. My second phone. So it may or may not fall during this recording. I'm a little bit scared. And I said that last time I used a dual camera setup. But yeah, I am genuinely scared. That's very interesting that they sent this new kind of bag. It's paper, essentially. I wonder if Lego's going eco now, because their bags are, you know, obviously there's a lot of plastic in the bags. Build it your way. Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of the Lego sets have digital books now, in case you want to do it that way. I got some stuff on my desk that I want to wipe away. All right, so it looks like the first step is to assemble our minifigure. This may be falling open a bunch of times here. The train is going by. Hello, train. Okay. So we've got to find the pieces of our dude here, if I can find them. Got all the pieces for our dude here. So let's build him. Okay. So I think this is like the generic cop head, if I'm not mistaken. But this guy is just a cool dude. He's just He's just a businessman. He's just got his cell phone. He's calling mad baddies on his cell phone.
Hello.
Yo, babe, what's up? I can't talk right now. I'm too busy building Legos and being mysterious. I guess we'll put this guy right here for now. We'll set him up. Hopefully you can see that up there. First piece. Boom. Done. This is covered in stuff. What the H, bro? That's how I'm going to swear from now on. I'm just going to say the first letter. I'm still scared this is going to fall. I'm still scared this phone is going to fall. It looks like we need 4 ball-and-socket joint Johns. Which may be in this one, to be honest. I don't want to dump out the whole thing. These are not ball. I don't know why I said ball and socket. That's not at all what these are. These are, I don't know the names of Lego pieces. So it's like, it's the circly thing with the triangle doodad, or the, the cross doodad, the plus sign doodad. That's what we need. So I'm assuming these are for the wheels. I keep trying to build this off screen. I realize this is a building video where I build on screen, so I cannot do it off screen. Recently, I've been, as I said in a previous video, I've been getting into One Piece. I've been watching One Piece. I'm on episode 18 now. Usopp just joined, and Usopp is probably one of my favorite characters, to be honest. It's like, he's like the only brown character that I think joins the crew. I don't know. Obviously, my history with watching One Piece is not super extensive. I had a dream last night, and I've not seen the live-action One Piece. I should preface it by saying this. I've not seen the live-action One Piece, but I had a dream last night that me and the guy who plays Usopp in the live-action version were friends. We were, like, talking, and I was like, that's a cool dream. I'd love to meet that guy. I mean, he looks like Usopp. It's, like, crazy. The casting in the live-action One Piece really does go crazy. I think Netflix really, they really popped off with the casting for that show. All the characters, especially Luffy, look very accurate to their manga counterparts. So I'm like, good for you guys. Good for you guys getting the bag. And they're mostly, if I'm not mistaken, mostly unknown actors. Like they're not like, you know, A-list celebrities like freaking Leonardo DiCaprio or something. You know, they're sort of, maybe this could be like one of their first big acting projects, which is great. You know, awesome. Go off. But yeah, I think the casting is pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, yeah, Usopp is like one of the only brown characters that they have so far as I'm aware. So yeah, it's nice to see a fellow brother. I think that he is. My brother, who loves One Piece, as I mentioned previously, he mentioned that I think Usopp is either South African or some sort of African. I don't know exactly what, but I like the representation. I like Usopp as a character. I think he's really interesting. I like the whole him and Kaya thing is really cute. It's not so romantic as it is sort of just them being him really caring for her for not trying to gain anything from her, just because she was sad and he cared for her, and that's like really sweet, and I admire that. I've been eating McDonald's. In the Big 25? Yes, I know. I should clarify. I've been eating McDonald's insofar as that I've been getting like breakfast burritos. They have a sale for the breakfast burritos, which I've never had before. I think that's a new item on the menu, TBH. But you know, I saw them. I didn't have anything made for breakfast the other day, so I was like, F it, let me get these and try them out. And I got them and tried them out, and they were actually really good. So today, that was a couple days ago, and now today after the gym, I went to McDonald's and got more. Because of the sale and because I was craving them. I had a craving for McDonald's the other day. I was like, let me get them, I guess. I've never had them. 310 calories, not bad. I mean, and they taste really good. They're actually genuinely good. Like, I don't eat McDonald's. I saw a post on Reddit the other day that was like, is McDonald's hamburgers getting smaller? And I'm like, people make fun of me for saying that Burger King is the king of burgers. And their burgers are still good, like, in the Big 25. I'm not joking. Like, I think their patties are like double the size of McDonald's patties. McDonald's patties are so small, and they're so thin too. It's like you're paying like what, $7 for barely even any meat. So I'm like, why even? I mean, to be honest, it's probably not real meat, but why even bother going to McDonald's for your hamburger needs when a place called Burger King exists? I'm going to Burger King, brother, for my burger needs. But that's just me. But yeah, watching One Piece has gotten... I used to want to be a voice actor when I was younger because I always loved doing a lot of voices, and I still do. You guys get to see a little bit of that in these videos, but I loved making voices. My mom tortured me, you know, so badly when I was a kid about my voice. She made fun of me a lot because obviously before I went through puberty, my voice was very, as kids' voices tend to be. and she always called me Chipmunk, and that made me super insecure as a kid. And then finally, I remember distinctly when my voice changed. I was standing in the hallway at my old house with my dad, and my voice was getting deeper, and he was like, dude, your voice is changing. And I was like, I know. And I think I was like 13 or 14 years old at the time, and it just felt like such a big deal. I was proud of the fact that my mom could no longer call me Chipmunk anymore when I spoke, because my voice was getting deeper. And ever since then, I mean, I loved to do voices when I was young, and I love to do voices now still. It's just something fun I like to do, but I get in my own head about it. I'm like, the voice acting market has got to be so oversaturated. It's like everyone and their mother probably wants to be a voice actor. You know, what differentiates me from any of those people? And I'm like, the fact that I'm me, the fact that I could do it. I don't have good enough audio equipment. I really want to get a new microphone very, very badly. Not that I don't like my Blue Yeti, of course. My Blue Yeti has been with me for a very long time, since I started my YouTube career way back in the day. But at the same time, I acknowledge that it is just a USB microphone. You can't really tinker with the settings. You know, you need an audio interface for that kind of stuff. And I feel like I'm at a point where I sort of want to level up my creator game. I've been making shorts, guys. I'm not just talking about them anymore. I'm actually making them. So I feel like I need to step up my game if I'm starting to get serious about being a YouTuber, which is weird to say. But yeah, I guess I technically am a YouTuber, right? I make YouTube videos, so that makes me a YouTuber. I reached 10 subs, man. I reached 10 subs. It's like super exciting. Not the biggest milestone, but it's like for a small creator such as myself, I think that is quite exciting. 10 subs. And it actually happened after I posted one of my shorts, which mini blew up. It got like 800 views, which is super cool. It's just an inspirational clip from my writing video, which I definitely want to make more of. As I said, I think the next one I make in the writing series is going to be about me talking about my 5 favorite novels. So look out, keep your eyes out, keep your peepers peeled for that. How about that? Keep your peepers peeled for that video. That'll be coming out shortly-ish. I have the books over off screen, off camera, the books that I'm going to talk about. So yeah, I'm excited to talk about that. I love talking about literature. Literature is so inspiring to me. It's just like I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I record myself reading parts of novels and short stories. How professional am I, guys? Rate me on a scale of 1 to 10. Profesh or none? Whenever I get the urge to record myself reading parts of stories, I like to listen back to the recordings that I make of me reading parts from my favorite novels or parts of short stories that I really enjoy. For no other reason than just to listen to the prose. I think I narrate it in a very interesting way. To be fair, I've just copied someone I heard narrate something before, and I was like, they have a really good intonation when they narrate. So I'm just going to sort of use a similar voice to them, use a similar intonation to them. And, you know, so far the people I've sent my recordings to, they've been like, "Oh my gosh, you're so good at narrating. You have a great voice for it." And I'm like, we really up. After my mom made fun of my voice for so long, for so many years when I was prepubescent, we really up now. Women saying that I have a nice voice for speaking. Hopefully this is soothing. I feel like I want to be a soothing YouTuber, like generally, in this video especially. But I feel like I'm too excited to be a soothing YouTuber. I feel like my voice is too animated. I'm not soothing enough. But yeah, that's, I don't know. I've not been doing too much recently. I've just sort of been, this is not very easy I don't know what I'm doing here. I've just sort of been chilling, not doing anything too crazy. You know, just taking it easy, I guess, relatively speaking. Yeah, not a ton going on. I'm still waiting on my one friend to give me some feedback on a part of my novel that I recently revised. Oh, is this what this is? It's like a fire extinguisher for him to hold. Bro, what are you doing in your car that you need a fire extinguisher? Yeah, I'm just waiting on him to give me back some feedback. He said he didn't have time. I just bent a page of this book. That makes me so upset. He said he didn't have time for it last week when I sent it to him, but he's going to find time for it this week or this weekend. So I may be hearing from him today or tomorrow or possibly next week. I'm hoping that I hear from him sooner rather than later, because I would like to get a move on before the holidays in getting this book published. I'm very excited to begin that process of publication. I know it can be quite treacherous. It's a lot of waiting, and I like to think of myself as a pretty patient person. I'm being patient in my life in more than one way. So it's like it's almost like the universe is forcing me to be patient through various means, and that's sort of been how my life has been for a long time now. I'm just sort of like, you know what? Let me be patient because my life is forcing me to do so. And I'm just like, you know, F it. I'm not gonna fight against what my life is insisting I become. When I was a kid, I was very impatient. I remember vividly being very impatient as a child, which is like, I mean, I guess that's a commonality. Like, how many kids do you know? How many kids do you know from playing, first of all? And how many kids do you know that are patient? You know, it's like, I don't think there are many. I don't think that is a thing. You know, I don't think many kids are patient, because why would they be? Their kids. They expect the world to happen at the speed at which they think, which is very fast. I was a very fast thinking kid. My thinking has slowed down as of recent, or as I grew up, I guess. It's sort of slowed down, but I'm sort of saying nothing, I guess. Y'all want me to shut up? Leave a comment down below if you want me to stop yapping. No, I'm just kidding. This is literally a yap channel. Y'all legally can't tell me not to yap. I'm getting paid to yap. I make no money. I do not make any money from this channel. Not yet, at least. Searching for a job. I just keep bumping the tripod. Guys, this is not funny. I'm searching for a new job still. Have not had any luck with that. I am getting fearful as the building that I stay in gets closer to being snatched out from under me and sold to the highest bidder. Yeah, I'm a little freaked out. I don't want to... Bro, why is everything so expensive these days, man? It's like, someone I was talking to recently was like, everything waits till we're an adult to become super expensive. And I'm like, yeah, it definitely does. Like, I was looking at a Reddit thread. I was like, okay, where do you go to find cheap apartments? And it was from 8 years ago. And this guy, or person, I shouldn't specify the gender. I don't know what gender they were. This person said, I found my apartment on, you know, XYZ website, whatever, for $450. And I've been living there ever since. 8 years ago. I don't even know how long ago. I don't even know what year that is. Math is not mathing in my brain right now. I'll probably have it pop up on screen. But 8 years ago. I mean, that's a decently long time ago, to be fair. But it's like, bro, why? 8 years ago, I was like, I don't even know how old I was. I was a child still. I was a baby. Not a baby, but I was a kid. Like, why? Why did everything get hella expensive when I come of age, when I became an adult? It feels a little cruel, you know? It feels kind of sick. I don't want to live with anybody. I don't want to have a roommate. I feel like if it comes down to it, obviously I'd rather live with a roommate besides, you know, rather than being poor or on the street or whatever, like homeless, which is cruel to say. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's not. I mean, who wants to have to live nowhere? Who wants to not have a home? It's like, obviously I'd rather have a roommate than be, you know, on the street or whatever, but it's like, none of all my friends, none of them want to move in with me, man. None of them want to move in with me. I'm just like, what am I going to do? What the F am I going to do if I can't get an apartment because everything's too expensive, and I can't get a new job because no place is hiring me? I've gotten like rejection. I got recently rejected from a place that I applied to forever ago. Like, what? Why are you guys sending me rejection letters now, a month or so after? I feel like don't even bother at that point, right? When do you stop? When do the companies stop? Like, how long has to pass before they just like give up on your application? Like, they haven't reached out to you, they haven't gotten back to you, they know they're not going to hire you. Why even reject me at that point? Why even waste the computer's time? Because it's all automated. You know, it's not a person who's sending me this stuff. There was one person who did send me an actual letter, a rejection letter. Like, they said this, you know, you can reply to this. This is a real person. Wait, what? What am I missing here? This is a real person, and you can respond to this, and then this person will get back to you. So I sent him a thing. You know, I heard that it's good etiquette sometimes, or like most times actually, to inquire. You know, you got rejected, but ask who the hiring manager, if it's a human being and not a robot sending you the notification that you're not getting hired. What can I do? You know, thank you for looking at my stuff. What can I do next time? Well, you know, what can be improved? What can I do better? So I sent that to this person, and that was probably a few weeks ago now. I have not heard back. So maybe it was a robot. Maybe it was AI. But it stinks, man. Like, I just want to get a new job. Oops. just want to find a new job. My current job, I asked for a raise. I was just like, we're struggling financially. Is there any room in the budget for a poor boy like me? And they were like, nope. They're like, nah, bro, we don't got no money for you. And I was like, okay, thanks anyway. And it's like, I'm really in a bad position. Sure, I have my role in the company is pretty vital. It's pretty important. But they could technically, they don't have to, like, give me anything. They don't have to compensate me for what I do. Because I need a job. You know, I'm a writer. I'm a poor writer with nothing published yet. I make YouTube videos. I'm not monetized yet, but you know, that's my only source of income. So it's like I can't really negotiate. I don't have really I don't have much leverage in terms of negotiating with them to give me more money. So I just gotta essentially smile and say, haha, thanks guys. I'm barely making it. My checking account is at the lowest it's been in a long time. I probably shouldn't be complaining about this in a casual chat, but I guess that, you know, maybe some of you people out there can relate to this. My checking account is, and that's where my money usually. That's where most of my. Oh, no, it's not even true anymore. That's where I kept most of my money for a long time until I transferred it to my savings account. But it's at the lowest it's been at in I don't even know how long. But I have been really a naughty boy. I've been buying a ton of stuff. I've been shopping on Depop, which is always a bad idea when you consider how expensive the stuff on Depop is. But yeah, I've been shopping for clothing because I want to spruce up my wardrobe, but I'm not financially soluble. I'm not financially solvent enough. I'm not financially. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. My financials are not financing. You know, I shouldn't be spending lavishly on things like fashion because I don't have the means by which to do so. I really don't. I'm just a guy trying to make it in this world that seems so cruel. But yeah, I need to stop. I deleted Depop again today because I'm like, if I keep this app, I'm going to keep going on it. I'm going to keep shopping. I bought my last thing a couple days ago, earlier this week, and it arrived today. It was drop shipped, of course, from frickin' Temu, I guess, or something. Which is like, I saw the seller, they listed this thing. It was a belt. It was a cheetah print belt. I was like, dude, this looks sick. It had been listed for a while, and then they did a sale, and then it sold, and I was like, oh man. And then I realized they have more listings of the same thing, and I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like, they've sold many of this belt, and there's many reviews for it. So I'm like, okay, that's a little strange. What's the deal here? I couldn't really understand it at the time. I didn't really understand it, but now I get it. Dropship. Makes sense. But yeah, I bought it anyway. It's cool. I'm wearing it now. I'm not going to show you because I don't feel like getting up to show you. Because I'm lazy. I'm lazy. But yeah, that's basically the long and the short of it. I need to stop buying things because I can't afford it. You know, it's just difficult being me, living this lavish lifestyle that I live, which is not very lavish, to be honest. I just sort of do whatever I want, and I've not really been considering money, you know. I just sort of, when I see something I like, usually I just go ahead and buy it, and I don't really think about the long term of it, because I used to work with this guy. He was a drunk. He worked at the grocery store that I worked at, and he used to sit in his car on breaks. Or sometimes not even on break. He'd be on the clock, and he'd be supposed to be working, and he would just sit in his car and he'd drink. I'd come up to his car and he'd be like, "Hey, what's up?" Just the smell of alcohol wafting from his car. But he used to say, you know, what do? You get money to spend it, right? And I used to be like, no, you know, you got to save it up. You're supposed to save up money. And he was just like, no, you get money to spend it. So he and his wife, maybe not even his wife, his girlfriend, I think they were married. They were very strange. I saw them, you know, all the time. They bought a new car, and he told me about that. He was like, I don't understand why tall people buy small cars, because my car is, according to him, small. I mean, it's a sedan. whatever. But yeah, and that was that. So we're finished. He said you got money to spend it. Basically, it's the long and the short of it. We're finished. I don't know if you guys care to look at the instruction booklet, but it's just sort of a basic instruction booklet. I don't know how much of the camera can actually see this. Basic instruction booklet. Not super complicated build. We do have some leftovers. I'm a weirdo who keeps the plastic. I keep the spare parts, obviously, because why would you throw those out? And I keep the plastic bags because I'm weird like that. I just keep them in the box, TBH. So that's gonna go with the other Lego boxes that I have. But here we have the finished product. Lego sports car, super cool. For $8, what do you guys say? Is this worth it? For $8, worth it or no? Leave a comment down below. But here we go. It's pretty sleek. It's pretty cool. I feel like a kid again, man. I haven't built Legos in a while. It's been a little bit of time since I sat down by my lonesome and built Legos. But that's basically the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment and I might do more videos like this. This is just sort of fun. It's just chill. It's low stakes. I don't really have to talk about anything too serious, though I did get into serious stuff, of course, because I can't help myself. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching my shorts. I'm going to keep trying to pump those out every couple videos. Maybe go back and make some for my previous videos that I've made as well, just because it seems to be doing like decently well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this, guys. I really appreciate the support. I appreciate the views. I appreciate the new subs. To the 2 new people who subbed, if you're real, which I hope you are, you probably are. Thank you. Welcome. You will get more content like this, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Again, have a great rest of your day. Take care.